What's up everybody? So today we're going to be working on the Civic once again. I've got a few more parts that I want to install onto it, but before we jump into that, I want to go ahead and discuss the comments I had on the last video as well as on my Instagram. Now if you guys aren't following my Instagram just yet, make sure you give it a follow. It's abnormal_garage. I'll be sure to link it down in the description below. But what I had asked you guys was if you guys had any suggestions for improvements on the grill and whether or not you guys liked the grill in the first place. Most of you guys said that you liked the grill. Had a few people that told me to go back to OEM, which I was on the fence about, but after having it on the car for a little while, it has kind of grown on me, and I gotta say, I do like this grill now. But as far as you guys' suggestions go, most of you guys said to add an emblem. So here's the grill just by itself. My only concern now is whether or not I get the JDM1, which I'm really leaning towards doing that, just because that's what's on the back. But I figured I'd ask you guys, just because I have the USDM one here, and I was just playing around with it. If I can get this set in there straight. You guys can see there, it does fit pretty well, and I do like the way it looks. So I guess I'll kind of leave it to you guys. Throw it down in the comments what you guys think, whether or not we go with the USDM one or the JDM one. Doesn't really matter to me. But as far as today, we're gonna be doing this installation here, which I've got side skirts, front lip, and the rear lip. Now I believe the side skirts are universal between the 2-door and the 4-door, but the rear lip is chassis specific between the coupe only. I don't know why that is. I would assume that they'd be the same, but apparently they're a little bit different. This lip was a little bit harder to find. There's a ton of like rear lips out there for sale. All this stuff here is from eBay, so in case you guys are looking for it, you guys can find it on there. And then the front lip here is the Type R style front lip. You guys can see there that kind of flares out and dips in, which I like this front lip a little bit better. There's two options to pick from. There was the Type R one, and then there was the Mugen. And I gotta say, the Mugen one just really didn't do it for me. I know this is all like knockoff stuff, but the Mugen one was just very flat. It kind of looks like that garden trimming that you'd get at Home Depot or something. And I know this is already kind of ricer stuff to do, and I just didn't want to go all ricer and just make my own homemade front lip. So I ended up going with a Type R style one, and I think it should look pretty good. Everything hopefully will fit proper. But for now, let's go ahead and jump into this and get this installed and see how this turns out. All right, for installation, we have got this acetone, which will be used to clean up the lips. That way this tape will stick and bond to it properly. I also picked up some adhesion promoter, so the tape sticks even better to it. I know this isn't the usual like 3M double-sided tape that I use. I have some here, but the guy at the place that I bought this said that this stuff is just as good as a 3M. So we'll try it out and see how it works. And I also ended up getting some screws and nuts to help support anywhere that I have to drill holes in, because you guys can see here, like the side skirts, they already have the holes drilled into them for the where the mud flaps were. But as far as like the front lip goes, there's no holes there, so we'll have to drill out some holes. Same thing with the rear lip. So let's go ahead and get the lips cleaned up and get our double-sided tape in place, and then place it on the car and go ahead and drill our holes. So now we ended up getting this all taped off. This is the side skirt here. Got my tape on there. This one's already drilled out for holes, so this one's good to go. So is this skirt here. Front lip, you guys can see there, it's all taped up in the inside. You guys watch me do that. And same thing with the rear lip. The only thing I went ahead and did is I drilled a hole here and I ran a screw through here. So this one will be ready to go when we go to install it in the car. That way I'll have something to bolt up to. And same thing with this one here. I drilled the hole out for it, so we'll be able to run the bolt through there. I'll have to drill a hole in the bumper to give it support, but otherwise all of our tape is on. So we'll go ahead, throw the front lip on the front bumper for now. The only thing I need to do here is the front lip is probably gonna have to go through these two holes, so I'll drill those out next and get that one in place. All right, so I got the lip sitting on the car right now. It actually fits really well. What I ended up doing was just taking a clamp, and it's holding this side down, so I'm able to drill the holes. But as far as fitment goes, it all seems to be pretty flush, lays down right. I mean, it's holding itself on the car with no tape, no screws, no nothing. So what we're gonna do, drill out this corner here, and then I can run my screws and my nuts, and then pull the tape back and it should stick. See, the holes are drilled, the screws are in. It's 100% on, other than peeling the tape back to make it stick, to make it permanent. So we'll go ahead, leave that now, and take the tape off and get it stuck for good. So now you guys can see the front lip is on, tape is off, it's all stuck down, the screws are in. So now all that's left to do is just the side skirts and the rear lip. So it looks like the side skirt utilizes the factory holes for where the mud flap was. So we're gonna take out those two screws, and then these two should just fit inside there. Okay, so we got that in place now. All that's left to do is to go ahead, get this lined up, and I believe that back half there has got a hole, so we'll have to line it up in the back and possibly drill a hole to get a screw to sit back there. Well, it looks like we're gonna need to jack up the back end of the car, take the rear wheels off, and be able to access the inside lip of that quarter panel. I went ahead and I've done the same thing on this side too. So I've got this side skirt sitting up here as well. Looks like same exact issue. Just need to jack it up, drill a hole, and we'll probably have to set in some kind of screw with nut and everything else. So let's go ahead and get into that and get these side skirts on. Alright, that looks like it's a pretty tight fit, so I think we're going to have to hammer in this flange a little bit just to give it a little bit more clearance. So, I got my mallet here, and we'll start swinging on it. Alright, so it looks like it lines up pretty decently. We've got it all the way across the car at the bottom there, and seems to follow pretty well. So I think we'll go ahead, mark our hole here, and go ahead and drill it out. So then we can go ahead and drill through this. Make sure to put like some tape, or not some tape, some paint in there to keep that from rusting, and then we'll just run our bolt in there. So we should be good. So we got our hole drilled, our screw is in, our body line looks to be pretty good. So now all that's left to do is pull this back out. We'll go ahead and throw some paint on there to keep that from rusting, and then we can pull this tape on here so then it'll be permanently stuck. And then I'll go over to the other side of the car and do the exact same thing. So now we got the side skirt on, looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and do the other side now. So now we got the passenger side on, looks pretty good. Can't wait to see what this thing looks like once we get the wheels back on and lower it on the ground. But next up is the rear bumper. So let's go ahead and get into that next. As you can see here, I ended up getting the lip on the car. It was definitely a pain to put on, but we got it to fit. The main thing was this corner here had a little bit of a twist or a little bit of a bend into it, so it made things difficult as far as like me filming. I wasn't able to set the camera up because it was just kind of getting in the way. And this corner here, since it had that twist, it was causing this area here to flare out. So it was a bit of a hassle to get done, but I gotta say it looks really good now. And everything that's securing it is just the 3M tape, which you guys saw me install over there on the bench. And then underneath here, I ended up drilling holes and running some screws and nuts underneath there to hold it up in place. So this lip isn't going anywhere. This side over here was definitely a lot easier to install. Just same thing, there's some nuts and screws underneath there. As far as like these front pieces go, it had the mud flap pieces, so we're able to reuse those. The only thing I can say now is that this thing definitely needs an exhaust because you can just see how tiny that is back there. So let's go ahead, get the wheels and tires put back on the car, get it lowered down, take it outside and see how this thing looks. Now it's got the front lip, the side skirt, and the rear lip completely done. So there you guys have it. The lip kit is completely done now. I'm super happy with the way it turned out. I definitely like that Type R style front lip. That looks way better, gives it more character than what the Mugen style one would have. Like I said, that one just kind of like that garden edging trim or whatever. So I think it helps, makes it look a lot better. And plus having the lip, I think makes help the grill kind of blend in as well. The only thing we need, like I said, is I'm planning on ordering a emblem for the front there. But otherwise, this lip kit I think looks great. Aside from the fact that now that it looks lower, the car definitely needs to be lower because it's sitting way too high. You guys can see there in the back, it's kind of got that rake stance. So we're definitely gonna need coilovers, gonna need some different wheels, so stay tuned for that. But otherwise, if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, and one more thing before we actually close out this video, I wanna say thanks to everybody who subscribed. I am truly excited to see that we passed 1,000 subscribers. I did not think we'd make it this far. Feels just like yesterday that we had 100, and here we are now. So thank you guys so much for subscribing. I can't believe that it's come this ways, but just keep on watching. We got more stuff coming for the Civic, for the Explorer, and who knows, maybe we'll bring on some more cars and keep building. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.